Okay, this is Dash Show Rose here, back with another video. I realized that apparently I didn't stop the video again. It went to 43 minutes. So I'm gonna have to probably, if I don't get this video right tonight, I'll probably just do the Family Guy video tomorrow. But anywho, I am going to reviewing a good episode of Family Guy from season 5 called Meet the Quagmires. Basically, it starts out with Peter and his friends, including Brian, as friends. Yes, friends.
I rode the mechanical bull at that bar. Like the entrance to Hub.
Alright. Sorry if I played the clip. I was just trying to show off the picture here. Yes. You see right there, Brian and Quagmire are sitting right next to each other. People are arguing with me in the comments and calling me out and saying that, well, they're not calling me names per se, but they're telling me that Quagmire and Brian never reenact in the earlier seasons that much. Well, they're sitting right here next to each other. So, I mean, they're not talking to each other, but they're sitting right there. So, yes, they're actually friends in this. This is before that whole bullshit thing where Quagmire hates Brian and the feud kind of went on. Yeah, that got old after a while, but this is before then. But basically, the episode is Peter wants to go to... He realized he wasn't able to enjoy the 80s that much. So he has Def appears, again in this episode. He appears to, because they think that, the bartender, I forgot what his name was. I don't think they mentioned it in this episode. Horace, I think is what his name is. I think his name's Horace. But basically he falls, and apparently he's not dead. But basically, he wastes his whole trip there, so he decides, what the hell, and decides to take Peter and Brian back in time to the 80s. And there's quite a few funny moments in this episode, honestly. There's even one about Brian flirting with this one gal from the 80s, and this long-collared guy is threatening to kick his ass because, he's just trying to talk to this girl. He's not he's not forcing to have sex with her. He didn't know. Like they were kind of being a little dick about it. I mean, he didn't know that she had a boyfriend and stuff, but I don't know. But basically, he makes this 9/11 joke where, he's telling him to meet me up there on 9/11, 2001, 9/11, on the top of the World Trade Center. So he's making a joke about 9/11, which, here's what the funny thing is. Apparently, Seth MacFarlane was actually supposed to be on the plane, so he barely missed the accident that happened in that day. So there's a lot of jokes and references to 9/11 in this show. Now they're not as common as the jokes like when characters fall down and hurt themselves, like they go or even the butt scratcher joke. So they're not as common, but they still have them in here a lot. Now, but yeah, Peter goes back in time with Brian, and he ends up refusing to go to the movies with Lois because he wants to hang out with his friends, and he ends up making out with Molly Rerun. I don't know who she is exactly, but I guess she's a celebrity, I guess. But she basically, they end up getting married, and basically Peter messes up the entire timeline. So basically Peter's not married to Lois, but Quagmire is. Hold on, I'm gonna show it off here. Sorry, I'm not used to this.
Sagittarius. Oh!
Yeah, you can see there, like, this is actually funny here. Apparently, since, Lois married Quagmire, Chris and Stewie and Meg all have Quagmire's head and nose. It's so funny. It's actually hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it's hilarious. But yeah, this episode has tons of jokes in it, including the Jetsons make a appearance in this episode too. They make an appearance. Now the thing is with the Jetsons is they actually show the original style. Now I'm not gonna explain the joke, but it's something to do with what you see in the opening scene. They basically make George pissed and all that about the opening scene. If you guys watch the Jetsons, you'll see the opening scene, where the doll and the wallet scene and stuff. It's hilarious. It really is. I'd rather you guys watch it than me explain it, because that's kind of, a thing. Now, I should also, mention, too, that apparently, the world is in a better place because Peter and Lois never met. Well, never got married. I don't know how that affects the world, but I don't know. I also should mention too that Cleveland, his past self, you see him in the episode, but he's fat, not skinny. So they're basically destroying the continuity from the original 3 seasons. See, Quagmire, because they still show the pool scene where Lois and Peter meet, but Aunt Marguerite is not in the episode or by the pool, because Peter was a pool guy, that's how they met Lois. So they got that right, but they didn't show Aunt Marguerite, and apparently Quagmire is at the dance, and even though they don't meet Quagmire until Peter, gets thrown in the ocean by Mr. Petersmith, or I should say Carter Petersmith. So basically, yeah, Lois's dad originally threw Peter in the, water and all. So basically the time thing is all screwed up. But I'm used to this, honestly. All cartoons do this. They all do this, and it makes no sense at all. You might as well get used to it, honestly. I still think it's pretty good. It's still got a lot of jokes, like I said. I do really, really like, a lot of the jokes. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm getting used to this. All right, I'm starting to get used to this. But yeah, I gotta say I do actually like this episode. I think it's good. I think it's actually really good. It's really good to see them pair up Peter and Brian instead of Stewie and because we hardly get to see that anymore with Stewie and I mean Brian and Peter together. We've seen it a few times. I think we in one episode where Peter's after his real dad, we get to see them paired up together, but a lot of times we don't get to see that. So yeah. Also, I was watching this guy here do his seasonal review on this show. You should check out his channel. It's called The Christian Show. You should check it out. It's a pretty good channel. But yes. I do think this is a good episode. Now, I should probably go ahead and give it a score, honestly. Let's see now. What kind of score shall I give it? Let's see now. I'm gonna give it 120 points. That's right, it's getting 120 points. This episode is just fantastic. It's fantastic. I really, really like it. I really like the jokes. Of course, it's not as good as some of the good episodes I reviewed previously, but it's still really good. Again, I like seeing Quagmire's, version of the Griffin kids. It's so funny, like, how their bodies are the same, but their heads are all changed. It's hilarious. I really like it. I really do. And I kind of feel like maybe it would have been better if Peter didn't end up back with Lois. Honestly, I know Alpha J actually made a video on that. Like, did Peter really deserve Lois? I mean, he didn't really do anything wrong. He just wanted to hang out with his friends. He just kept messing it up because he's an idiot, you know. But I think it would have been better if he was just single with Brian. That would have been much better. I just think I don't. I think it's just a lot better, you know. But you know, since it's a cartoon or a TV show in general, it's got to go back to the way it was before. Anywho, that's basically it this time. I'm gonna see if I can shut this off real quick. Make sure I shut this off this time. Because I had this, I keep forgetting to turn this off. Anywho, I'll see you guys later. Please subscribe for more, content on my channel, and please hit the notification bell. And I will be doing more videos like this later. Anywho, bye. Hope this video thing is off. I think